Probably one of the hardest things of growing up was watching my friends change. One of my closest friends growing up, he was one of the students that I saw transfer to drug use. He started off as like a great kid, and as time went on he took the drug route and hung out with those sort of kids.
We had the unfortunate event of having 2 students pass away in the last school year. We see kids every day. We know them, we work with them, and to lose one, it's like losing a family member.
Heroin use is really high in New Hampshire, and it seems to be particularly high here in Berlin. It's easy for people who have been here to see the difference in the community that from what was in place, say, 10 years ago.
Yeah, after the mill closed, probably about 10 years ago, a lot of the businesses closed down and a lot of people moved away because the town didn't have all that much left to offer.
There just seems to be more crime, and statistics bear that out.
I definitely think that the boredom is one of the aspects that leads to drug and alcohol abuse, because often on a Friday night you'll get an invite to a party where it's drinking and drugs, and that's pretty much every weekend that happens. So it's what people do to pass the time is have just a party.
School administrators say that Berlin High School's heroin use rate is 93% higher than those in other New Hampshire high schools. So tonight,
our school district has volunteered to have our students participate in the survey that is sponsored every 2 years by the Center for Disease Control for high school students on risk behaviors. 2 years ago, in 2013, those students took the survey, and the results for our own students was startling. We had a 5.8% of our high school students were self-reporting at least using heroin once, and the state average was 3.3%, and that's a true alarm. And so that was the alarm that sounded for me.
You can see like who does it, because well, now on social media you see it everywhere, how it's now like a social norm that you're cool if you do it.
Our model on discipline, when students have an infraction, we suspend them from school.
I've been on for years, and I always thought of, okay, they get involved with drugs, we need to arrest them, we need to penalize them and stuff.
We need to look at this differently now. Our goal is to be able to provide support systems and not just punitive discipline.
It's something that law enforcement never looked into before, and now it's kind of opening our eyes. It's a lot more than just penalization.
But I just want to recognize Kayleigh for joining us, because if we can get young people to address this, to understand the challenges before they get into a position where they might get addicted.
YLTA stands for Youth Leadership Through Adventure.
1, 2, 3.
Youth Leadership Through Adventure is showing students the alternatives and showing them leadership skills through out of the ordinary activities.
We have several students that are from single parent homes or dysfunctional homes who really don't know what there is to offer outside of their small neighborhoods possibly, or what there is to do.
It's cold out here. Did you get the peace sign though?
We go hiking, and we've done a high ropes course and went whitewater rafting.
So it's federal dollars channeled through the State Department of Education into the Berlin Public Schools.
So YLTA is more of a group where we have more free reign of what we can do now, because we have the financial support behind us.
This is what we really want the middle school students to know, what we at Berlin High School represent. Okay, it's all of that positive energy.
So now you pass it to Stacy. This is a Schmidt.
YLTA sets a higher expectation for people not to drink, because they feel like if they're in the group, they shouldn't do it, because it's one of the mentalities behind the group is to try and get kids away from that sort of stuff.
We're lucky to have Kayleigh involved with the program. Students want to hear what Kayleigh has to say, because she is seen in such a positive light in her school and within the community as well.
And so if we can train more youth to put peer pressure on, it's not acceptable here to be engaging in drugs and alcohol, then over time we're hoping to decrease that.
I definitely think positivity works because if people have that positive influence behind them, then they're gonna feel more appreciated.
And it's not just the police dealing with this issue, it's not just mental health dealing with this issue, it's not just the hospitals, it's everybody working together.
Our prevention measures are still new and have just been getting underway this school year. So we're waiting for the results of the 2015 Youth Risk Behavior Survey. And it's a little scary about what it might tell us.